We're doing it, YouTube. We're talking about the Martian today. Jasson Dominguez. We're focusing on him for Minor League Monday. So Minor League Mondays, you guys, leading up to the Minor League and the MLB season, going to be a little adjustments just because there's far few prospects that I haven't talked about that I truly believe are underrated. Players that I can truly believe in when I'm saying go buy their stuff like that. So moving forward, you guys, a couple of these videos, I'm just going to be giving my opinion on certain players. Today, we're talking about Jasson Dominguez. I'm excited for this one because this dude kind of has it all, and he's very hyped up. He might be the most hyped prospect since Bryce Harper. So Jasson Dominguez, you guys, he's 17 years old. He's 5'10", 190. So he's already a gigantic human being. He was signed out of the Dominican Republic as an international signee for $5.1 million by the Yankees in 2019. So Jasson Dominguez, you guys, he has never played at the pro level because of last year not happening. So we're just going to talk about Jasson Dominguez. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on him. And I want you guys to really talk to me in the comments about this. Let's start with the grades. The scouts absolutely love Jasson Dominguez, you guys. 55 hit, 60 power, 65 run, and we'll get to that a little bit. 60 arm, 55 field, and 55 overall. They see him as a quality plus center fielder, and his offensive tools are just insane. He's a switch hitter on top of all that. So let's start with just talking about Jasson Dominguez, you guys. He has been compared to Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle, Mike Trout. He's just a freaky athlete. He really is. And it seems like he can hit the ball to the moon from both sides of the plate, both righty and lefty. He runs a 6'3", 60, supposedly. I still would love to see that in person because 6'3" is so fast. I don't think people understand. Billy Hamilton runs a 6'2". So if Jasson Dominguez can truly run a 6'3", that is just incredible. I don't think it should be possible at his size. You guys saw the video. He's just massive. Like, he is a gigantic human being. Him being named after Jason Giambi starting to make sense. Just a big person. Big guy. So this is why I really want to make this video. Again, let me know in the comments on your guys' perception of Jasson Dominguez. I just really want to throw mine out there. I think it's important right now just with how hyped he is. We're going to talk about his sports cards in a little bit. But truly, let me know in the comments what you guys think of Jasson Dominguez. I think he is talented. I'm not taking that away from him at all. I think he can do it all. As far as we can see, he can do it all. Not having any pro experience does worry me a little bit on why he's as hyped as he is, but I get it. If he can run a 6'3" and hit a ball out of the baseball park at the age 17 from the right side and the left side, you know, you have a fantastic prospect. But that concerns me. It really does concern me, you guys, especially with the sports card hobby. And we're going to get into that in just a little bit. How does Jasson Dominguez live up to the hype, you guys? Is it even possible? For anyone that might not know who Jasson Dominguez is, this is the most hyped prospect I've seen since Bryce Harper. This is somebody that everyone speaks so highly of. He's a number 32 overall prospect, but that's because he hasn't played. If he even shows that he is capable of playing at the pro level, I think he jumps to the #1 prospect in baseball, maybe by even mid-season this year. That is how hyped Jasson Dominguez is. So I've talked about his pros, right? I think he's good at everything. He really does not show very many negatives as far as playing baseball. He really doesn't. His swing, I think, could change a little bit, like couple things mechanically. Like, I think his swing's a tad long, and I think his finish is awful, but he's 17. He has plenty of time to correct something like that. Very minor. Let's talk about the negatives. Let's talk about the negatives of Jasson Dominguez, and especially where he's at in the card hobby and why I think there's red flags with him. I really do. I really, truly think there's red flags with Jasson Dominguez. So this is his chart, you guys. This is his 2020 Bowman Chrome PSA 10. So this card, you know, PSA 10. This guy's never played at the pro level. And look at these prices. And recently with him jumping the prospect list on the 2021 update, This card's gone bonkers. Back in November, this card was $150 on a PSA 10. And even that is pretty pricey for someone that's never played in Pro Ball. Like, that is pretty pricey for someone that's never played. But as you see, it starts gradually going up, about $180, jumps over $200 in January after the stimulus checks. And then right around here, you guys, January 30th, 31st, prospect list comes out, $295, $332, and most recently, $400 on the 5th. $399.99. $400 for a player that has never even touched a professional baseball field. It worries me. It really does. I have a lot of concern with Jasson Dominguez because of that. Like, how does he live up to that hype? Is it even possible at this point? He's already getting compared to players like Mike Trout, Bo Jackson, Mickey Mantle. Can he live up to the hype? That's what I'm worried about for Jasson Dominguez. Like, I have nothing against Jasson Dominguez. My fiance is a diehard Yankees fan, and she cannot wait for this guy to come up. And I get it. He's super talented. But I do have concerns with where his card prices are at. That's the biggest concern I'm talking about in today's video, you guys. And just in general, I just don't... Like, for him to live up to his hype, he has to be the #1 minor league player by a landslide. Like, when the prospect list comes out, if he isn't debuting in the MLB next year, if he's still in the minors and he's not the #1 prospect in baseball, it's a disappointment. Like, it truly is. That's how hyped up Jasson Dominguez is, and I feel bad for him. I do. Like, why? Like, I get it. He posts a lot of his hitting videos and stuff, but, like, I just don't get it. Everyone does that. Like, Bryce Harper, when he was a prospect, he had videos in conspiracy theories that he hit a ball 570 feet. He had a home run derby where he was hitting in Tropicana and he was hitting the rafters. Like, I get why Bryce Harper was as hyped as he was. He had physical, legitimate evidence that he was a freak of nature. Jasson Dominguez right now, it's all on paper pretty much. We've seen some batting practice and stuff like that, but it's all like he's from the Dominican. It's not this high quality 4K stuff we're seeing here in the States where, like, you can't even see where the ball lands. You can see that he hits the ball hard, but we don't know if he's hitting the ball like 500 feet. It's leaving the park. We know that. But yeah, you guys, as far as his cards, I would avoid them. In my personal opinion, I would avoid Jasson Dominguez at all costs right now unless you're buying raw. If you're even considering buying his card for $400, I think you're crazy as crap. $400 for a player that hasn't played. He could not play well. It is a legitimate possibility. Until we see him at the pro level, we don't know if he can succeed. There's so many people, so many players that have been drafted #1 overall, insanely hyped up. Look at Victor Mesa from just a couple years ago out of the Dominican Republic. #1 international signing. Everyone was hyped up on him. He hasn't done anything. I think Jasson Dominguez is more talented than him, but it's possible. Like, there's nothing saying that this guy's going to be incredible just because it's on paper. You know what? I do have something negative. About his physical attributes. I'm kind of worried he might be too big. Like, it's weird to say, but you guys saw that picture. You guys saw him hitting. I'm going to put up 2 pictures right now. These are 8 months apart, and he looks like a different human. Like, he looks like a completely different human. I don't care how he did it or how he didn't do it, but he is humongous now. 5'10" and that size at 17 years old. It worries me a little bit. if he keeps getting bigger, he's going to get too big. Like, he's going to lose flexibility. He's not going to be able to move as well. It's just like, he is huge right now. So honestly, I don't know what steps to take for him at his size. Like, he's only 5'10", like I said. He's not a huge guy. He's like, I'm taller than him, and he looks twice the size of me. It just concerns me a little bit, honestly. That's like the big concern for me, is like he could end up turning into like a Prince fielder. I'm not saying he's gonna get fat, but like, he could outgrow his body. That's just my only concern with him. It sticks out to me just because when you see these giant people, like, I don't know, Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire. Like, Jose Canseco is 6'4". There's just not a lot of room for little Jasson. All right, guys, that is it for today's Minor League Monday. I know it's not a lot of facts today, but I did want to talk about Jasson Dominguez. His hype is crazy right now. His sports cards are going nuts. His prices are actually helping out some other prospects too. I think next week I'm going to do my top 10 prospects in baseball So look for that next Monday. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think of Jasson Dominguez. Is he overhyped? I really want to know. I personally think he's overhyped. I personally do, only because his hype level is just, it's out of this world stupid. He is setting up, like, they set him up for failure. How do you compare someone that's never played pro ball to Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Bo Jackson? Like, the Bo Jackson I can get, just because Bo Jackson wasn't like a crazy good baseball player. He was just a freak athlete. But how are you comparing to some of the best players of all time at 17 years old? Come on. Come on. You're setting up a kid for failure, and I'm not a fan of it. I do hope he pans out. I would love to see this kid blow up. As much as it hurts me as a Yankees fan, it'll make my fiance happy. And if he really is that good, I'm all for seeing a generational talent. An absolute generational talent in Jasson Dominguez. I hope he pans out. I just think that he's way overhyped. I think his card prices are insane. And I think he's set up for failure, because if he's not the #1 prospect next year, it's a disappointment. It truly is a disappointment. He's priced higher than Wander Franco in the sports card hobby. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments again what you guys' thoughts are on Jasson Dominguez. I really want to know. Thank you guys for watching as always, and have a great day. See ya.